Okay, we're back with another. But before I start, I'd just like to thank you guys for your support so far in this series so far. And yeah, if you can continue that by leaving another huge like, commenting down below, and let's get straight onto the battle then, shall we? So here's a pretty bulky looking team, pretty defensive. So kind of stalling, so this is going to be rather annoying. I think I do just want to lead off with my Crobat. It's actually straight off with the Florges. Kind of want to taunt. In fact, I'm just going to go off that taunt. As he's actually going to go out into his fortress. This also works out for me because then he can't set up any hazards. And I'm just going to go for the U-turn. Most likely going to switch or go for the gyro. If he stays in, I'm actually going to predict the gyro. And I'm just going to go out to my Swampert. And if he switches, then I'll get the initiative. So just have to wait and see what he goes into at this point. When he makes a move, hopefully sometime soon. But yeah, as I was saying, the support you guys have shown me so far in this series has been great. I do like doing showdown battles, of course. I've got a couple that I want to actually get up, trying out some new tiers, and it's a little bit of a change from the Wi-Fi battles. So I'll obviously be bringing my Wi-Fi battles, as you guys know. But yeah, it's also fun to do showdown because you can have a lot more showdown battles in the space that you can of one Wi-Fi. Do I want to set up my rocks at this point? I kinda don't. Should have gone out into my Diamond, I'm thinking about it. Well, I will just go for rocks, it does in fact switch. Goes out into the floor just again. I can just go out into Metagross. The floor just in the fortress core is pretty annoying. At the same time, I will just go into my Metagross, try and bait that thing in. It actually goes for an energy ball, try and bait in his fortress. I can just want, or do I want to straight up double? I think I'll straight up double, predicting that fortress. It actually goes into the Quagsire. Also works out well. And yeah, I can just go for the U-turn, however. I think that's what I'm going to... Let's go for the U-turn. I think I'm going to go out into my Crobat. Potentially get a taunt off on this thing. Is actually just go straight for that Scald. I was actually expecting him to go for Toxic, predicting my switch. I think he's going to switch on out there now. There's not too much we can do from here apart from Fissure Burn, but he actually stays in. That's annoying. I was going to a Florges at this point. Actually, it is just going to fish that burn. Gets it on the Florges. I do the aromatherapy, but so it's not too much of a problem, and this does mean that it cannot actually go for the Toxic. I'm pretty sure he's going to switch on out. I will just go for that safe aromatherapy. I'm predicting the Fortress actually, yeah. In it comes, and now I can actually use this time to go out into my Darmanitan. Or do I want to go out into my main trick? I think I'll just go out into Natsu, just to hit something up with a Flare Blitz. It does have the Quag. I'm not too sure how much it does exactly, potentially 40%. No, maybe a little bit less, I'm not 100% sure. It actually sets up his rock, supposed to go for the spin. This means I will be forced to go for the defog with my Crobat of course, but I'm just going to go straight for that safe Flare Blitz. In comes the Arcanine now. Has the Flash Fire in fact, so I'm just boosting this guy up right now, which is a little unfortunate for me. Can just go out into a Swampert at this point. I didn't neglect the fact they had an Arcanine, I just assumed it would be Intimidate. Not too sure why, it seems to be more offensive. Now I'm going to predict the double, except he stays in fact, just go straight for that Flare Blitz again. No, he's going to actually go for the Overheat. That's rather annoying for me. But he did in fact miss, so let's go for that default, get rid of the rocks. And it's just going to take me out with a overheat. Which again is a little unfortunate. But Mixed Arcanine putting in that work. Let's go out into a Manectric in order to take an E-Speed very well. The Florges is his most obvious switch, except he's actually going to decide to stay in once again, as I just take out the Volt switch. So Arcanine's down, that's fine with me. Who do I want to go into at this point? I think I'll go into the Darmanitan. It's only, this Bateson is a Raikou or is Quag, that's the thing. I'm just going to go for the U-turn. I'm not too sure who to go out into at this point, because the Toxic and the Scald are a thing. I think I'll just go into a Florges. It is my safe play because I do have the Aromatherapy, which it does in fact go straight for that safe Toxic, but this does give him a free switch into Fortress, where it can in fact set up. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to pull the double. Set up his rocks. Either way, I can't prevent his rocks from coming up, but I can hit him up with a Flare Blitz. And in comes the rocks now. And again, I'm kind of just safe to spam Flare Blitzes. Down goes the Fortress, it got up its rocks. My Crobat's down, and I cannot obviously defog them away. So that's also a thing. It's going to be a problem. In comes Raikou now. This does outspeed. So I'm just going to go out into a Florges. Just go straight for that safe Thunderbolt. I will just Aromatherapy away this Toxic because it is becoming a bit of a problem. He's most likely going to go out into his own. No, he's actually going to go out into his Tangrowth. So I'm not too sure what this thing wants to go for. It could potentially be Assault Vested, or it could be the standard Leech Seed shenanigans. Does it actually go for knockoff? So I'm thinking potentially more Assault Vested. I'll just go for that Moonblast. This is a decent chunk. Get this special attack drop, not going to matter too much as the Earthquake actually takes me out. That's very unfortunate. I wasn't expecting to die. I wasn't expecting the Earthquake, however. That's very unfortunate for me. Now, the Florges is super obvious. I'm not sure if he'll stay in though, because the overheat is a thing. I don't think he'll stay in. I was going to switch from out there, go on to his Florges. This gives me a switch on into Metagross, where I need to predict the Quag at this point. Don't think he'll stay in. It's not a good play to stay in unless it predicts me to go. But then again, what can it do? Potentially set up Wish. I was going to switch, going to go out into Quag, let's see how much this then headbutt does, except I missed. Very unfortunate. Let's go for it again. Then again, the Earthquake is a thing, but it does 30%, so I mean, not enough unfortunately. And another Earthquake will in fact take me out. So most likely going to go for the Recover at this point. Yeah, here we go. So this Quag is a problem. I need to get a Toxic off on this thing, and I need to stall it out as much as I can. He's actually going to switch, going to go out into his Florges. Toxic on this thing is also fine, but again, he does have the Aromatherapy, I'm assuming. So I'll just set up my rocks. predicting that Aromatherapy. Now we go straight for that Energy Ball, wipes out my Swampert, and that's pretty much going to be the game because I don't think I can actually take out the Quag. I do have the HP Grass, however, on this main Electric. But I can easily bring him back in his Florges, which is exactly what I was going to go for. I need to get as much damage racking up on this thing as I possibly can. Let's go for the Thunderbolt now. See how much he does. I do actually manage to take out the Florges, so this is good for me. Not too sure what he's going to go into now. Probably his Raikou. I was actually going to go into his Tangrowth. I'm not too sure that Overheat can kill. And he has already revealed the EQ, so I cannot risk it at this point. Just sack the Metagross. I feel as though U-turn's my best play on the incoming Quag. In fact, no, thinking about it, Flare Blitz is definitely my safest play. I'll just go for it. Hit it up with as much damage as possible. And there's a little, the recover's super obvious. I will just Flare Blitz. He's just going to go for that recover, of course, there's no reason not to. And now I need to make some crazy plays if I'm in order to win. Well, I'm pretty sure I haven't won at this point. Yeah, he's in fact going to stay in. This is pretty much GG. So, yeah, that's the game for the second one. Once again, be sure to leave a like. And I'll give him a quick GG before I forfeit. In fact, I may as well just let him take me out at this point. I do actually manage to take out the Quagsire. But yeah, that's the game. Once again, be sure to leave a like, comment down below. And, of course, subscribe for more. Hope you guys are enjoying these showdown sessions. And yeah, stay tuned to the next one. Goodbye, guys.